Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us for our first ever beer review. This is WhatCheers Beer Reviews. I'm Nick.
I'm Jared.
And today, guys, we're starting things off with something very special. This is Founders Breakfast Stout. This is a once-a-year release from them, and like most of their releases, it's very highly sought after, flies off the shelf. In fact, this isn't even supposed to be out yet. I think they're a little bit ahead of schedule. This was bottled actually August 1st, and it's almost September. So this is a very fresh bottle of an Imperial Stout. And that being said, this is actually a double chocolate coffee oatmeal stout. It has 60 IBUs, and it is 8.3% alcohol by volume. Right next to it, we actually have a vintage of the breakfast stout that we're going to do a comparison there for you. This one was bottled in December of 2011. So I guess they put it out for a few months, but it is once a year. So we're going to see how it's changed in 8 months, and you know what we can pull from that, and maybe give you guys some advice as far as cellaring this beer. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get a look at the appearance on this brew.
It's pouring a very dark brown, almost black. I mean, this is opaque as it comes. You can't see through this at all.
No, guys, this is a double chocolate coffee stout. I mean, what do you expect? It's dark as night. There was like an eighth of an inch of a khaki kind of darker brown head. There's some nice lacing going on. You know, you get some alcohol legs, but just a classic, big looking Imperial Stout. All right, guys, so let's get the aroma on the 2012 Founders Breakfast Stout. Wow, what a big beer this is. Wow. It's like you just stuck your nose in a fresh bag of coffee.
If I didn't pour this myself, I would think you put coffee in my glass. That's how strong it is. It's crazy.
I mean, it's dark roast, like espresso beans, dark chocolate. You're getting some of that bittersweet chocolate. No alcohol whatsoever in this.
You get a little bit of that roasted malt as well.
Yeah, definitely roasted, like a little bit of that ashy kind of char.
A little bit of char, a little bit of smokiness to it, but nothing too overpowering. The coffee, the dark chocolate really stands strong.
Just a phenomenal smelling Imperial Stout, guys. Absolutely wonderful.
All right, let's see how this tastes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, the taste. It follows the nose perfectly, guys. Tons of coffee, like that dark roast again, the espresso bean, dark chocolate. Bitterness is there, slight sweetness, but I mean the hops are definitely still there. It's a fresh bottle. So.
Yep, you get that malt, you get that ashiness, lots of coffee on the palate. You get a little bit in the side of your mouth towards the end of that coffee, really coffee-like bitterness, just like a black cup of coffee.
Yeah, exactly. And as far as alcohol goes, I mean, I'm getting a little bit of heat on the back of the throat, but I mean, the flavors are so wonderful and really like balanced for what it is. I mean, the coffee plays off the chocolate and the bitterness of that perfectly.
The oatmeal, actually, the flaked oat they use, and it really kind of coats your tongue, gives it a little bit more of a creamy body to it.
Yeah, really nice mouthfeel in this. I'd say medium.
Yeah.
Like a creamy medium mouthfeel.
Yep.
This would be a absolutely perfect beer for a dessert.
Yeah.
Or, honestly, it lives up to the name. You could have this with breakfast with a nice chocolate chip pancake or waffles, chocolate chip waffle, something like that. It would just be pretty phenomenal. And it is a phenomenal beer, guys.
Yeah. You want to try the 2011?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Pour is exactly the same, so let's jump right into the aroma.
Yeah. Wow, it's a lot different. I'm actually getting some kind of like caramel notes now. A lot less coffee. The coffee's pretty much dropped off completely at this point. I guess that's not too surprising. That's usually one of the first things to go in stouts like this. But yeah, the chocolate's still there.
The chocolate's still there. I do get a little bit of caramel notes, but I think the dark chocolate's really the dominating flavor at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty much just, smells like a really delicious chocolate stout. But if you're looking for that coffee, then, I would not age this bottle. But, it smells really good.
It smells great.
Let's get a taste on the 2011. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
You do get that kind of caramel.
Yep.
There's not a lot of coffee there left, guys. Definitely big chocolate notes still. still just as creamy.
It stands more like a traditional Imperial Stout with some dark chocolate notes to it. You get, again, very creamy notes from the oatmeal. That's not going to fade at all, but it's a true Imperial Stout at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it's still delicious, but compared to the fresh, big difference, guys. Big difference.
Mm-hmm.
So BeerAdvocate gives this beer a 98, and RateBeer gives it 100. What do you think?
For the 2012, I'm thinking it ranks way up there for me. This is my first time having it. I'd probably give it a 95. It's one of the best beers in this dark stout category that I've had. I think there's a little bit of room for improvement. Personally, I'd call it the breakfast, lunch, and dinner stout because I'd have it any time of the day.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, for me, this beer is one of my top Imperial Stouts, non-barrel aged Imperial Stouts. It's just phenomenal, guys. It's a world-class beer. I'd say, it was really interesting doing the side-by-side because it actually makes you appreciate the fresh one a lot more. I would go with a 95 on the 2012.
Mm-hmm.
For the 2011, I would say maybe more like an 86. And that's only because the coffee is really faded, and if you know what the fresh one tastes like, it's kind of hard to go back to that. But it's interesting to know just how much it changed in 8 months. I mean, so...
As far as 2011 goes, I would rate it the same, about an 85 and 86. I mean, it still ranks up there as a great Imperial Stout.
Absolutely.
The coffee is faded, but that dark chocolate really brings something different to the Imperial Stout level that you aren't finding in the other ones.
Yeah, if you guys can trade for this, if you can get it at your store, maybe if you can just buy one bottle if you're not sure about it, try it. But I would not age this beer. I would drink it fresh. And, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for checking out our first review.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope that you'll follow us through our beer odyssey that we're just embarking on. We have a lot of really awesome beers that we're going to be getting into.
It'll be a long journey.
It's going to be a very long journey. And so thank you for checking us out. Comment, subscribe, spread the word about us. We're going to be here a lot. And with that being said, drink good beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.